20 years music made this. Yeah. Get ready for March Madness. They going real hard up in the paint. Hook shot, slam dunk. Homie, what you think? D2 spit, knowledge of the game. Talk to 'em. Telling you who's winning and who lame. Get ready for March Madness. Get ready. Woo. Get ready for March Madness. We ready. Woo. They going real hard up in the paint. Hook shot, slam dunk. Homie, what you think? Racket on the table, pen in my hand. Circle up the killers, cross out the scams. Underdogs hungry, chew through the chains. Favorites look shaky, fold under flames. Crowd too loud, you can't hear doubts. Silence in your chest when the time run out. Clock hit zero, legends get made. Scoreboard tell you who fade, who skate. They going real hard up in the paint. Hook shot, slam dunk. Homie, what you think? D2 spit, knowledge of the game. Telling you who's winning and who lame. Get ready for March Madness. We ready. Get ready for March Madness. Oh yeah. They going real hard up in the paint. Hook shot, slam dunk. Homie, what you think? Yeah. Lights in your eyes, sweat on your face. One wrong step, you erase from the race. Bench get cold when you're playing too safe. Champions dance on the edge of a grave. I see frauds in the layup line talking. No heart in their chest, just walking. I see dogs in the trap still grinding. Down by 10, but their heart still climbing. They going real hard up in the paint. Hook shot, slam dunk. Homie, what you think? D2 spit, knowledge of the game. True. Telling you who's winning and who lame. Get ready for March Madness. We ready. Get ready for March Madness. We ready. They going real hard up in the paint. Hook shot, slam dunk. Homie, what you think? "20 years music made this."
Welcome everybody. Hold on, give me a minute. Then we'll put this up here. All right, cool. Here we go. Yeah, we're in a blackout right here. I don't know what's really going on here. I don't know what's going on. Now my laptop want to act crazy now. Just give me a few minutes. There you go. There we go. Road to Indianapolis. Now, we in Indianapolis, the Final Four, the main tournament has been set. It has been set. Respect to Jay Star, respect to baby girl Wendy, what's going on? The road to the Final Four. The Final Four is set. And I'm going to tell you, it's been a long road for some of these teams. Some of these teams that have went home. Some team went home yesterday, and yesterday's scores was Illinois of the Big Ten, the Big Hawkeyes of the Big Ten, 71-59. Arizona Big Purdue, 79-64. They are in the Final Four there for yesterday, and neither one of them games was close. Illinois won by 12. Arizona thought of this Elite Eight. Were going to be close, but nah, Tennessee got their tail, had that to them. They took it out to the woodshed by the Michigan Wolverines by 33 points, 95-62, to go to the Elite Eight, the Final Four. Past Duke on a last-second shot by Mullins or the UConn Huskies, which was the three-pointer. And I'm going to tell you, that game Duke was up by 16 or 19 points. UConn fought back. So phenomenal because of what could happen. If I told y'all Duke was up 72-70 with 5 seconds to go, well, put it away, less than 5 seconds to go, all they had to won that ball game. But no, Duke did not win that ball game. Cameron Boozer, his brother, tried to pass the ball forward. It got intercepted. It got stolen. And UConn came back down. The big man passed it back to Mullins, who shot he shot for the logo almost for half court. And was nothing but net. Nothing but net. It was crazy. And I can see you lose by 12, 19, 20-some points, 30-some points, right? It hurts. It hurts because you don't want to go home. If we don't go home for real, it's basketball, one shot. You lose, you gone. But when you don't have a chance to win, you lose by 12 or 19 points, even 33 points, you got a chance to win. It kind of softened the blow a little bit. But when you lose a game on a shot that goes in, and you only got 4/10 of a second left, at least try to tip the shot, which it would have been impossible. Well, not impossible, but when you lose a game like the Duke Blue Devils did today, that is heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching. Second year in a row, Duke had went down in a heartbreaker. I'm going to say it. Duke had their run. Hey, they just didn't do enough to hold off UConn. They didn't play smart basketball. Smart basketball. So, and the Final Four is set for Indianapolis. This Final Four is now set for Indianapolis. And the Final Four would be Saturday, April 4th. You got the Illinois Anala going against the UConn Huskies, and you got the Michigan Wolverines going against Arizona. So, number 1 seed Duke goes down. Number 1 seed Florida goes down. So you only got number 1 seed, a 2 seed, and a 3 seed in the Final Four. You got a Big 12 team, a Big East team, and 2 Big 10 team in the Final Four. And Saturday, April 4th, I don't know what's channel going on. The first Final Four game will be at 6:09 p.m. Then the second will be 8:40, 2 hours and 40 minutes after that game, which will be Arizona, Michigan, which yet going to be record right quick. Give it a few minutes. Give it a few minutes. Give it a few seconds. Trying to get it up there. Hold on. Running a little slow today. Y'all don't know what's going on. There you go. That's the bracket. Can y'all see that? That's the bracket right there. Respect Rimrock. So we got the Michigan Wolverines going against the Arizona Wildcats. We got Illinois now going against UConn Huskies, which as you can see, the bracket is up. And man, 68 teams. 68 teams. Now we're down to the Final Four. Now we was on the road to Indianapolis, Indiana. Now we're in Indianapolis. The Final Four will be played. And who will be the winner of them two games, of the Final Four game? I'm going ahead and say it. Illinois versus UConn. I'm going with the Huskies. I'm going with the UConn Huskies in that ball game. I'm going with UConn in that ball game. Although Illinois got a great team, but UConn got the heart. I know they played a great team in the Blue Devils today, but I really think they will prevail and go to the NCAA championship game. Then you got the second game, Michigan and Arizona. That is a hard one to choose from. Would it be Arizona? Would it be Michigan? Michigan just dominated Tennessee. Tennessee was in the ball game for a minute. That then the size and foul trouble got Tennessee. It came to fruition. Michigan moves on, and Arizona, they've been on fire all year. Michigan been on fire all year. That gonna be a good one. I don't know who's gonna win that ball game, but if I had to put my money, I would have to go with who would I go with? Flip a coin. I'm taking Michigan in that ball game because they got the defense, they got the offense, the rebounding. They played the way they played today. They played well, and they got 2, 3, 4, 5 people that can score. So I'm taking Michigan over Arizona, but I wouldn't be surprised. If Arizona beat Michigan. I wouldn't be surprised. So I got Michigan and I got UConn for the championship. Who I got winning it? Who I got winning the championship? I know I don't want to see the Big Ten win it, but I'm going to tell you, if I were a better man, I would go with Michigan to win the national championship over UConn because they are a bigger and more physical team than UConn. So that's my pick for the men. That's my pick for the men. And the women today, it was a blowout. Yeah, I think both of these women games was blowouts, right? All right. This was a game by with UConn and Notre Dame. And I'm going to tell you that Notre Dame-UConn game for the women, that game right there was Notre Dame had their chances, put it that way. They had their chance to knock off UConn, but they couldn't capitalize on UConn's mistakes. They couldn't capitalize on it. So UConn moves on to the Final Four, which is going to be in Arizona. And UCLA and Duke. Duke led majority of the game, but that second half, UCLA turned it on and won the game 70-68. Now 70-58, excuse me. UCLA just came on that second half and put some on it. And then I think UCLA got about five or six experienced players. So, and that is something that is crazy, but it's not crazy. So we got UConn women going to the Final Four, and UCLA women going to the Final Four. And tomorrow night, we got Texas and Michigan for the women. And we got South Carolina TCU for the women going at it. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you, the winner of South Carolina TCU has to play UConn. Has to play UConn in the Final Four. And the winner of Texas and Michigan has to play UCLA. So we got a one seed versus 3 seed. We got a 1 seed versus a 2 seed. So UConn, men and women team, have made it to the Final Four. Can Michigan do it also? What's up, Tommy? Can Michigan do it also? If Michigan women beat Texas tomorrow night, Michigan women will have their men and women in the Final Four. And I'm gonna tell you, Tommy, that game with UConn and Duke, boy, that was a good game. That was a great game, but sloppy at times. It was sloppy at times. But I'm looking at this right here. This is my pick right here. Saturday, I took UConn over Illinois, and I took Michigan over Arizona, and I took Michigan to win it all in the men's. That's in the men. But in the women, yeah, classic. You know, when I thought when Duke threw that ball down the court, you know what I thought about? That Crystal Laettner shot to beat Kentucky. I said, oh no, we're gonna have another classic like that, but that was a classic. But in the women, UCLA and UConn moves on. UCLA got to play the winner of Michigan, Texas. And the winner of South Carolina, TCU, got to play UConn. You got both opposite. Oh, so you got UConn beat Michigan. Okay. Hey, you got Arizona. Oh, okay. You got Arizona. Take it out. Oh no, you got Arizona taking out. Hold on. Let me go back to the men. Let me go back to the men right quick. You got Arizona. You got Arizona taking out Michigan. I said I got Michigan going to the championship game, but I also said, the show, I wouldn't be surprised Arizona beat Michigan. That UConn and Illinois game, they're gonna be woo. They're gonna be woo. But see, I got the winner of the championship. It's gonna be Arizona and Michigan. It's gonna be either Arizona or Michigan. That's the championship game right there. That's the championship game right there. Arizona and Michigan. On the women's side, I think the next Final Four team on the women's side now. On the women's side, you know what I got to talk about? But on the women's side, Tommy, UCLA. I got UCLA versus Texas. I got all 4 number 1 seed going to the Final Four. I got all 4 number 1 seeds of the women going to the Final Four. UCLA, Texas, South Carolina, and UConn. On the women's side of the thing. Right? And Texas will have to play UCLA, which they're going to be a great game. They're going to be a great game on the side of the women. So that South Carolina and UConn game. And I guarantee you, if UConn make them kind of mistakes against South Carolina like they did against Notre Dame, and this is in the Women Elite 8 game, UConn going to be in trouble. UConn going to be in trouble. UConn will be in trouble. But like I said, I think the winner of South Carolina and UConn going to win the national championship. I got it kind of hard to bet against Gina and UConn for the women versus Texas and UConn taking it all. But would I be surprised if South Carolina beat? Would I be surprised if South Carolina beat UConn? No, I wouldn't. Would I be surprised if UCLA beat Texas? No, I wouldn't. But this would be a great scenario. Texas versus South Carolina, all SEC matchup in the national championship game. Yeah, I can see it. It's gonna be the battle of the big men in that women. Yeah. But I'm gonna ask you this question, Tommy. Has this NCAA tournament been what you expected it to be? Has it lived up to its expectation this year? We didn't have no Cinderella story. We didn't have no mid-major runs. The team that's supposed to take care of business took care of business. The team that didn't take care of business, they didn't take care of business. Florida, they were number 1 seed. They should have took care of business. They would have got sent home. Right? So, should I do? No 1 seed. They should have took care of business. They should have held on to the ball. They would have got past UConn. But they couldn't. They didn't hold on to the ball that last few seconds of the ball game. That's all they had to do, hold on to the ball. And all UConn could have did was foul. Duke go to the free throw line, make 2 free throws. That's ball game. That's a 4-point lead. See, that's why I tell people when it comes down to March Madness, NBA playoff, it doesn't matter what you do the regular season. It doesn't matter what you did the regular season. You got to bring your best. You got to bring your A game every single game. Because if you don't bring your A game every single game, you're gonna get put out. You're gonna get sent home. But this, I'll tell you what made this tournament so unique. It was a lot of blowouts. It was a lot of blowouts in this tournament. There was a lot of blowouts in the tournament. That was just crazy. That being said, we got the Final Four is Saturday night. On the men's side, we got UConn and Illinois, first game. And we got Michigan and Arizona, the second game. And on the women's side, it's South Carolina can win tomorrow night. They plays UConn. If Texas win tomorrow night, they play UCLA. So the Final Fours are set, and the women's Final Four will be set tomorrow night. We shall see. Can Michigan do like UConn, get their men and women team in the Final Four? We will find out. And I wasn't going to be on that long. I gave my prediction. I had this up. And guess what, people? I'm finna be out of here. Right? Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I might be back a little later. I might. Because guess what? These players on the men and women team, and I got to wait till Thursday. My Auburn Tiger plays again in the NIT Final Four. So April 4th, the Division II, Division III championship gonna be in Indianapolis. Slam dunk contest gonna be in Streetport College basketball at Freeport, and slam dunk competition gonna be in Indianapolis. And April 5th, the NIT championship gonna be played. Then the day after that, the NCAA men's championship will be played, and the women championship will be played April 5th in Arizona. So stay tuned. Might be back tomorrow night. I'm going to say I'll be back tomorrow night. Peace. We out.
20 years me out some money, dude. Yeah. Get ready for March Madness. They go real hard up in the paint. Hook shot, slam dunk, homie, what you think? Beat you spitting knowledge of the game. Talk to him. Telling you who's winning and who lame. Getting ready for March Madness. Getting ready for March Madness. We ready. They gon' real hard up in the paint. Hook shot, slam dunk, homie, what you think? Bracket on the table, pen in my hand. Circle up the killers, cross out the scams. Underdogs hungry, chew through the chains. Favorites look shaky, they fall in the flames. Crowd too loud, you can't hit doubts. Silence in your chest when the time run out. Clock hit zero, legends get made. Scoreboard tell you who fade, who stayed. They go real hard up in the paint. Hook shot, slam dunk on homie, what you think? Get you spitting knowledge of the game. Telling you who's winning and who lame. Ready for March Madness. We ready. Getting ready for March Madness. Oh yeah. They gon' real hard up in the paint. Hook shot, slam dunk, homie, what you think? Lights in your eyes, sweat on your face. One wrong step, you erase from the race. Bitch get cold when you playing too safe. Champions dance on the edge of a grave. I see frauds in the layup line talking. No heart in the chest, just walking. I see dogs in the trap still grinding. Down by 10, but their heart still climbing. They go real hard up in the paint. Hook shot, slam dunk on homie, what you think? Get you spitting knowledge of the game. Telling you who's winning and who late. Getting ready for March Madness. Getting ready for March Madness. We ready. Slam dunk, homie, what you think?